Hey everybody, it's Big Man Murph here, and this is Big Man Murph Games. Today I just want to crack out one of the newest arrivals here, and this is Wyrmspan. And what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be playing Wyrmspan solo, and I'm going to be using the Ravel mode on difficulty level 2. And the Ravel mode is slightly different to the Automa rules, as in that it kind of scales to whereabouts you are in the game, so it uses the actual number of caverns that you have excavated in relation to its advancement on the guilds. So I've gone ahead and I've set up everything here for the start of the game. I've drafted my cards, I've given myself the resources, starting with 1 egg. The Automa deck is all set up on the cards that it's meant to have at level 2. And we're going to put 1 card aside, and it has 7 remaining cards in its deck. And I'm not going to go through the full tutorial on how the Automa deck works, but just in a nutshell, we will flip cards over one at a time, and the Automa will take its turn, and it will kind of prompt us on what actions it will take. The rules for it are very straightforward. It's very much like a 2-player game. What I've done here is I've set everything up. We're actually playing with the Guild of Highlands, which is actually new for me for this game. The actual round goals that are randomly selected, we're looking for medium dragons for the first round, helpful dragons for second round, the number of cave cards on your player mat, including those covered by a dragon, and then in the final round, we're scoring the most playful dragons on your player mat. So what we have here, everything's all set up. The cards that I have drafted to begin the game with, I have given myself a green ghost. He's helpful, so that'll help me in round 2 for the scoring goals for that. He is kind of nice. I'm already seeing a synergy with the cards that I've actually just drawn afterwards, which is good. Green Ghost ability is when you explore the cave, you get to pay a card and to lay an egg anywhere in this cave. The Ancient one, which is actually up here in the display, he is pay 1 card or pay 1 egg from anywhere in this cave to gain 2 different benefits. Now, if I could get the 2 of those working in the Golden Grotto, that would be an excellent start to a really, really functional engine there. So anyway, I have the green ghost, so we'll see what happens in relation to gaining the card up there. The other card that I have selected is the yellow-bellied lung dragon, and it's medium, so it's going to help me for scoring in round 1. It doesn't actually have a cost, so it's actually quick and easy to get out. Doesn't score much, isn't great other than it's a cheap starter card basically. Its end of game scoring is lose 1 victory point for each other aggressive dragon that's in this cave. So I'm gonna have to plan the rest of the game around that. It's nice you can go to all 3 locations. And then other than that, I just have 2 cave cards. One gains me a meat and a crystal. The other one gains me a advancement on the guild. And I get to lay an egg. So that's what I'm starting with. So in the solo game, the player always gets to start the rounds first. No, I'm just going to give myself my 6 coins. 6 action coins. 5, 6. Lovely feel to these. I'm going to put these over here. So straight away, the first thing that I'm going to be looking to do is I'm going to entice a dragon straight away. And I'm going to go straight for... Yeah, let's go for the green ghost straight away. The reason I'm padding this out first, I do want the ancient one, but I don't want to take just the action on its own. I'd rather at least get, at the very least, guild advancement so I can kind of compete to how much the Automa is going to be pushing this along. So enticing, I'm going to pay a gold and a crystal. And that is it. Let's see what the Automa's first move is going to be. Okay. Unfortunately, to get that out, he would have removed a marker from the score pad if he had one. So that doesn't happen here. So round 1, he's going to just basically advance 1 on the guild marker. And that's it. So back to me. I am going to go ahead and explore this cave. Get my explorer. I'm going to immediately take Ancient 1. And I could pay a card now to lay an egg. That would be nice. No, I'm actually going to hold off on that for the moment. It's going to be great later on for the engine. But earlier on, I actually want to keep these 2 dragon cards so I can actually get them out. And then the next stop that I have is the advancement on the guild hall. So I'm going to get an egg. I'm actually going to go ahead and put it on the green ghost because I want eggs actually in this column so that I can use that combination with the Ancient 1. And that's it. We got a first kind of roadblock, so we have to go back to the base camp. And now let's see the Automa's second turn. Okay, so it's a good thing I actually got that Ancient 1 because all of the dragons are gone. And the Automa is going to refresh them straight away. So we discard that. And here's our 3 new ones. The next thing that he's going to do is he's going to advance on the guild track to the maximum number of caves that I have, which is just 1. And that is it. Okay. So, action number 3. Right, so I don't have any resources. Ancient 1's going to cost a decent amount to get out. And the next guild advancement is going to be meat, which I could use. Meat and a crystal. Okay. Well, I think I am going to go ahead and entice another dragon. And I'm going to put the yellow-bellied lung dragon right up at the top here. It doesn't cost me anything. Great. So he's out. He's done. I just have to pay attention to aggressive types in the top row in the Crimson Cavern going forward. And what does the Automa do? The Automa is going to discard all of the dragons again. Gone. And we are left with 3 new ones. Okay. That's just there's a helpful, there's a playful. I mean, we have to keep an eye on these for later round goals, round 2 and round 4. And he's going to put a coin on the scoring, and he's going to advance again 1 spot for round 1. Okay. And okay, so I really need resources now. If I could get, yeah, this is perfect. So I'm going to explore on the top row. My explorer is going to gain a resource. I need it to be a meat. No. Let's go gold. And then I'm going to gain a advancement track. And that gets me my meat. And that's it. Roadblock. He's back to base camp. And the Automa's turn. Okay, it's going to put another 2 medium dragons. Oh no. Versus my 1. Actually, I could get the Ancient 1 out here next. Oh, I can't actually. Damn, I have to excavate before I can put him out in the middle row. So, with that in mind. Okay. Yeah. Right, well, I have to excavate. So, I am going to pop this card here. It's going to advance me onto the draw a card, which I'm going to take a... Ooh, I'll take this one. It's going to be helpful. That'll help me for round 2. So this one here is the Blue Forest Spirit. And every time you explore on the bottom, he gets to lay an egg there. He's helpful. And the second part of that, obviously, is I'm going to lay an egg. And I'm going to put the egg onto the green ghost as well. And that's me. I'm just going to replenish this over here. Now, what's the Automa up to? Yes, nice. He's going to remove a marker from the scoring. And he's going to advance again 2 spaces this time. So he's very close to actually taking up one of the spaces in the guild. Okay. And for my last action this turn, I think I'm going to prepare for next round. I'm going to excavate again. I'm going to put my other cave card out. It's going to gain me a meat and a crystal. And that's it. Automa. He puts his token back on. Oh no. I'm going to be beaten. I have no more actions. Let's see if the Automa has one more. It does indeed. Well, actually, sorry, I'm skipping some steps here. So he actually would have advanced 2 spaces. And he would have taken the second card here. And the second cave card here. I'm going to replace these. And now for the final action of the Automa. He's again going to advance 2 spaces. Wow, he's really flying ahead there. Okay, so I only have 1 medium-sized dragon. And the Automa has a base value of 0 and then an extra 2 for the 2 coins that are there. So he actually dips ahead and takes it in round 1. That's unfortunate. So next it's going to go to this cube. It's going to make its way back onto the Dragon Guild. We're going to refresh all the cards over here. I'm going to give myself 6 coins, an egg, and reshuffle the Automa deck for round 2. Okay, and we're into round 2. And player always starts, and I'm going to go straight ahead and entice the Ancient One to come. So he's going to cost me a action coin and a meat and a gold. So it's quite expensive, but now that I have this up and running, I'm going to have a really, really good engine in the Golden Grotto. And that's my first action. The Automa is going to advance twice on the guild. Okay, back to me. Okay, well, I think I need some cards anyway. And this is going to be great. So this is going to start giving me whatever I want, really. So the combination here, which you'll see. So I'm going to explore the Golden Grotto. And my explorer gets to gain me a card. I'm going to take the Pocket Amphitheater, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. So that's playful. So that's going to help me in round 4. He just costs an action to play out. Then the next one that I have a choice of doing, I'm not going to pay a card to lay an egg in this cave because I've got so many eggs in this cave. So I'm going to pass on that. I'm going to advance on the guild track, which gets me a cavern. I think gaining a milk might be useful here. Crystal and a milk, so I'll take that cave. Pay an egg anywhere from this cave to gain 2 different benefits, right? That's the egg gone here. I'm going to advance on the guild, and I'm going to get myself a crystal. And then for the second, what would I like? I think I'm actually going to gain a... Yeah, I'm going to go for a milk. Because the next card that I'm going to gain is actually going to be a hatchling. So if I can get that out... Now, I could go for a helpful card here. No, I'll go for the hatchling. I think long term that's going to be better for me. And then roadblock. Explorer goes back to base camp. And let's see what the Automa is up to. Okay, so I would have actually refreshed these cards here. And the Automa is going to remove them. Gone. And the next thing he's going to do is he's going to advance the maximum number of my explored, which is 2. He's going to take the first card here, put it in his scoring pile, and he's also going to take the third vacant spot, which is okay. That's okay for us. We can work around that. And that is the Automa's turn. So what am I looking to do here? I need to get some... Yeah, I need to get some dragons down here into my third row. So I'm going to spend an action to entice the blue forest spirit down into the bottom row. And he costs me 2 crystals. And when I take the explore action there, he gets to lay an egg on himself, which is good. He's helpful, so that's going to help me this round. So I'm on 2, and the Automa is on none at the moment. But I've spoken too soon. So the Automa's turn. It's looking to refresh this row of cards again. It's going to place an action coin on the score, and it is going to advance 1 spot. And the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to excavate a cave. I'm going to expand down here on the bottom row. I'm going to gain a crystal and gain a milk. And that's my turn. So what's the Automa up to? Okay, it's going to remove its token up here. And it's going to advance 1 space for round 2. And then for my final action, I think I'm just going to entice 1 more time. And I'm going to get a hatchling out in the bottom row. And it's going to cost me an egg, which I'm going to take from here, and 2 milk. Ding ding. Whoops. Okay. And is this the Automa's final? Oh, it's not actually. I spent a coin, so it has a few. So it's going to remove 1, which it doesn't have. And then it's going to advance 1 space, which is good. I'm out of actions. Automa goes again. It's going to put a coin here, and it's going to advance 1 more space. And its final action, it's going to advance 2 spaces. Okay, and it's going to take the 3rd card in the display, and it's going to take the 3rd visible. It's actually from here. It's going to be 1, 2, 3. Okay. And that's it. That's the end of round 2. So scoring wise, helpful dragons, I have 1, 2. So that puts me first place. And the Automa has a base value of 0 and 1 coin, which puts it at 1. So it is second for that. And now I'm just going to move this cube over. I'm going to reset the display here. Give myself 6 coins, an egg, and reshuffle the Automa deck. Okay, and we're moving on to round 3. Didn't move the... I'm forgetting to move this actual marker. But we're on to the 3rd round here now. I badly need to get some cave cards, because the Automa is actually going to score 4 for this straight away. That's without any cards that will add coins to it. So to stay competitive for it, I need to find a way to get more cave cards out there. Now looking at the guild, I can pay an action and excavate up to 2 spaces for free with caves from your hand. So I think my first action should definitely be exploring the bottom row to get myself some cave cards. So the explorer is going to go here. I'm going to gain, well, the one with the action, always good. So this is, when played, gain a action coin. I'm going to lay an egg here. I'm going to gain a guild. And, some tough decisions there, but I'm going to go for end game. Gain 1 victory point for each cave card that's on your player mat. I would like to have gone for the top action there, which is pay an action, then excavate up to 2 spaces for free. But I actually only have 1 cave card in my hand, so I feel like that's better saved for later potentially. Okay, and then cash and milk from your supply here. I don't have one, and I'm going to gain one more cave card, and I'm going to go for the 2 advancements in the guild. I'm going to refresh this, and let's see what the Automa's first move is. Okay, round 3. It's going to go 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, that's nasty. That is nasty. What would I like to do here? I mean, obviously, getting out caves is what I need to do. Not really. Oh, forgot to move this guy back to his base camp. Yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to excavate out. But where? I mean, the middle row here is... It's such a good engine. So I'm just going to pad that out. I don't necessarily have a dragon to go in that area yet. But I feel like this is going to be the best way for me to maximize. Okay, and when played, I'm going to gain an action coin. Boom. And that's it. Automa, what have you got? Here we go. He's going to get another one here. So, round 3, advanced 3. 1, 2, 3. He passes and he goes down 3. So 1, 2, 3. He blocks the 6 points. Oh, damn. Put that from there. Okay, at least I don't have to worry about him taking up another slot this turn. And because he did the brown action, he's going to take the 3rd dragon here as well. And I'm just going to replace that out. So for 3rd action, I'm going to entice a dragon. Actually, looking at this here, I forgot to pay an egg cost when I excavated this just there. So I'm going to take this egg here away. And I'm actually going to entice a dragon. I'm going to push the pocket amphitheater out here into my golden grotto. And he costs basically the action coin that I got from playing the cave. And that is my turn. Automa. He's going to replace all of these dragon cards with 3 new ones. And what else is he going to do? Right, so now he's going to advance the number of spaces that I have mined out here. And that is actually going to be 3. So 1, 2, 3. That is it. So I'm pretty much out of dragon cards. So I need to start using this middle row and start ranking up the points. So I'm going to explore the Golden Grotto. First thing that's going to happen is I'm going to take a dragon. Now, playful. This would be good just for scoring points, really. I mean, milk, I don't have any milk at the moment. It's going to be hard to get that. Whoa. Yeah, so I'm gonna take this anyway. I'm going to skip the pay a card to lay an egg anywhere. I'm going to advance 1. I'm going to get an egg, and I'm actually going to put it into this cave. I'm going to pay an egg from anywhere in this cave. I'll actually take it from the Ancient One himself. And I get 2 benefits. One of them is going to be advancing, so I can get a gold. And the other one, I think it really needs to be another dragon. But I don't like... Well, I'm going to get a dragon card here, actually. Ooh. Yeah. Let's just go for another dragon, right? So I'm going to take a card here. Move him on. I'm going to get another card. I'll go for another random. And I'm going to lay 1 egg to replace the one that was spent. So it's just going to be self-fulfilling now, which is great. I'm just going to have a quick look at these cards. So I would have got myself a Weary Griff Dragon. Score 2 points if this dragon is between 2 other dragons in the cave. That's nice, actually. That would be actually quite good. At the top, and I actually have the exact resources to play him as well. And the other one I got was the Standard Horned Lung Dragon. And that's actually another Lung Dragon. Gain 4 points for each set of dragon traits on your player mat. Aggressive, playful, helpful, shy. I actually have one full set of them already. So he's not bad. And again, I actually could play him pretty much straight away. He's going to get me more points as well at the end of the game, and I could potentially max out a bit more on that. But it would mean picking up some aggressive dragons and different ones as well. So I'm just going to reset the cards here, and let's see what the Automa's up to. Just as I feared, he's going to start putting some coins. Ooh. So yeah, I'm going to move this guy back. Forgot to put him back in his base camp. I'm going to continue the excavate action. I'm going to put this up here. Now it's going to cost me an egg. So I'll just take it from the green ghost. And I gained 2 advancements on the guild track. And that's going to get me a dragon card. And I think I'll go for this aggressive hatchling. The frilled cobret, I should say. And the other one I'm going to get is an actual action coin, which is good. And that is me. The Automa. He's going to replace these cards over here. Ding, ding, ding. He's going to put another coin on the objective. I don't think I'm going to get that this turn. He's going to advance twice. Now he has no little cubes to put on the guild, thankfully. But he does get the 2 cards anyway. So that would be this one here, the Sea Viper. Goes for his scoring. Okay, well, I'm going to go and I'm going to entice. And I'm going to put out the Weary Griff Dragon. And, oh, actually, am I? Do you know, I actually don't think I will. I'll go for the more expensive one. Yeah, let's go for the more expensive. I'm actually going to put out the Standard Horned Lung Dragon. And it's going to cost me my last action. It's going to be a meat, a gold, and a crystal, which is everything that I have. And let's see if the Automa is going to continue. Oh, another. I have no hope in putting that there. It's going to advance another 2 spaces. And let's see. His last. He's going to advance another 2 spaces. And that's it. So. It had a base value of 4 for this round. 5, 6, 7. And I only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I come second place there. The bot gets first place, 6 points. And I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to move the cube over. I'm going to reset the board over here. Gain 6 coins, an egg, and shuffle this deck. Okay, and we're back. Final round. And as always, the turn starts with the player. And I'm going to start by exploring the Golden Grotto. So first thing I can get is a card. And none of these are playful. So I'm just going to, yes, I top deck one. Spirited Firevern, which is meat and 3 crystals. That's going to be hard to get out, but it's a big payoff. It gets me an action and it gets me a advancement on the guild. I could pay a card to lay in the cave. Yeah, I think I will. There's just so many cards here that I'm not going to get through. So I'm actually going to get rid of this Shy Dragon. I'm going to pay him. Unfortunately, it's not took a card. It's just pay a card. So I get to lay an egg anywhere here. Gain an advancement on the guild. I get a milk. Pay 2 from anywhere. Yeah, or pay an egg from anywhere into this cave to gain 2 different benefits. So I'm just going to remove the egg that's on the ancient one. So I will take the advancement, but I'm going to take that second. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take a cave card first. And then I'm going to advance my marker. And I'm going to put this token here. And it's going to be pay a cave card and then play a card from your hand on top of any dragon on your player mat for free. So unfortunately, he's going to replace one that's already there. So, yeah. So I'm going to pay this cave. And I'm going to put this... Ooh, he has to be able to go into the area, I suppose. So I'm going to put this frilled Corvette down the bottom here, which is a hatchling. And that is me for this ancient one. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to gain another card. I'm going to top deck it. And I'm going to lay an egg, which I'm going to put here. And then he's going to go back to the base camp. Automa, what is your first turn of the final round? And it's bad. It's advanced 3 spots on the guild marker. So he'll take the first card here and the first card here. And I'm just going to replenish this. He has no coins actually on to the final score, so he doesn't take it away. Okay. I need to claw this back, so I'm going to explore the Crimson Cavern. I'm going to gain a resource, and that looks like meat. All my dragons need meat. Skip him. I'm going to advance again on the track. That gets me an egg. I'm just going to put it on the ancient one, and I'm going to gain one more resource. Meat, milk. I think I'm going to have to go with a crystal. Yeah, and that's it. He goes back to his base camp. Automa, what have you got? So round 4, advance 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. He's done it again. So that is the third card from the display goes into his pile. And he's going to take the third free one here, which is this bottom one, which is unlimited. He's going to replace this card over here. Ooh, playful. Pay a card to play a dragon from the display for free. Oh, that is good. Okay, I'm going to explore. I'm going to go for the Golden Grotto again. It's going to cost me an egg this time. So immediately I get to gain a card. I am going to go for this guy here. Took 2 cards from your hand each time you do gain. I'm going to get a few of these anyway this turn. So pay a card to lay an egg anywhere, which I will do. I need to get playful dragons out. Actually, do you know what? I'm not going to take him just yet. I'm actually going to take a card just to discard it. So I'm going to take a card from first action. I'm going to discard it here so I can lay an egg in the cave. And I'm going to put that there. And then I'm going to gain an advancement, which gets me a meat. I'm going to gain... Ooh, I'm going to spend an egg. And I'm going to advance one more time on the track here to gain a card, which I'll take the Steely Fae. Then I get to gain... and my second one, I will actually go for the gold. Need gold. And then I'm going to gain another card. I'm just going to go and take this aggressive guy. And lastly, I'm going to lay one egg, which I'm going to put back into my Golden Grotto. So I've got 5 cards. I've got no cave cards. I have a lot of resources. I'm hopefully going to be able to get a few dragons out before the end of the game here. What is the Automa going to do? He's going to put a coin on Playful Dragons, which puts him up to 3. Now I have to reset this. And now I didn't advance him, which is going to go 1, 2, 3. Okay. And I need to get some playful dragons out before the end of this game here. So, how can I do it? I have only one space where they can be played at the moment. So I'm going to explore. I'm going to explore the bottom here. I'm going to gain a cave card. So I'm going to take the one that gives me an action. Hopefully I can get that out straight away. I will probably also take the one that gives me the meat and the gold. Oh well, I'm getting ahead of myself. I'll get that in a moment. So I'm going to cash a meat here. If you do gain a crystal, I'm going to gain an advancement on the track. So that gets me another cave card, which is this guy here. I'm going to cash a milk here. And if you do lay an egg, and that's going to go into the Golden Grotto. And then lastly, I'm going to get one more cave card. And I am hopeful. I'll go from the top of the deck. Okay, that's okay. And I'm just going to replace these here. So, I'm hopeful I can advance the guild track twice more and pay an action to excavate 2 spaces for free on my next turn. But it means I'm only going to be able to play one more. Yeah, it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. Let's see what the Automa's doing here. So, he's just going to replace all of these dragons. Gone. And he is also going to place an action coin here. So that puts him up to 4 playful dragons against my 1. It's not looking good. Not looking good at all. So I'm going to excavate. I'm going to excavate the final row, which is going to cost me 2 eggs. So I'll take 1 here, 1 here. And the cave I'm putting down is going to give me a action coin. And that is it. I can discard up to 3 items to get another action, which I'm going to do. I'm going to get rid of 1 of my caves, and I'm going to get rid of 2 of the dragons. So I'm going to get rid of you, and I'm going to get rid of you. So that's 3 total discarded. And now what does the Automa do? The Automa is replacing all of the dragon cards. Gone, gone, gone. I have to say I'm loving the art on all of these cards. So replace them all. It's gonna advance 4 spaces now. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now past a marker, but it has no cubes to put out on it, thankfully. So 3 actions left. I am going to put out. I'm not going to put out anything. I'm going to excavate one more time. I'm going to pop a cavern here. When played, gain a meat and a gold. Ding ding. And that is it. Forgot to put this guy back in his base camp. That is me. And the Automa, he's going to put a coin on this. Not that he needed to. Just make sure he didn't remove any. Oh no. So he's going to advance again. Another 2 spots on the track. Okay. This is going to save me here. So what I have is, I have the Steely Fae. He costs 2 gold and a crystal. He's going to go on the last slot here in the Golden Grotto. I get to pay a card to play a dragon from the display for free. And I think I'm going to go with this hatchling here, the Chittering Dragonette. Now it's tough to pick where exactly to put. I think the top row is probably the best spot. And that gets my playful up to 3, but it still doesn't beat the 5 that that the Automa has. Nearly forgot to pay for that action. And Now, Ottima, what are you going to do? Oh no. Right, so he's going to advance 2 more spaces. Ding, ding. And that is it. So I have 1 action left. Now, I'm not sure I can make this work. So, I think I'm just going to have to take the Golden Grotto action again. So, I kind of break even here. So, yeah, I'm just going to have to take this. So, it's going to be 2 eggs, 2 victory points lost. I'm going to gain a card. Now, I should replace this one here. And I'm going to take this. I'm going to spend the card I just took to lay an egg here. I'm going to advance on the track. That gets me a crystal. Now I'm going to pay an egg to advance again. Oh, wrong color. To advance again. And I'm just going to go for the 3 points here. And this next thing I'm going to go for is... doesn't really matter, I suppose. Let's just get myself a meat. No, let's get a gold. We'll get a gold. Gain another card. I'll go from the top of the deck. Skip. Skip. Lay an egg. Ding. Skip. Took up to 2 cards from your hand under any dragon. So I'm going to tuck these 2 cards here under the Steely Fae. And let's see. I think I'm well and truly beaten here. This game didn't turn out as I was hoping, but let's move on. So, end of round scoring. I come 2nd place. The Ottima beats me with a score of 5. And let's get out the score sheet and see how we go. So I've tallied up the scores, and it is victory for Ravel level 2. So the score is 77 to me, 84 to the AI. Overall, it's a very, very clever. Like look at the difference between the extra points that they've added to the objective markers at the end of each round. It really is quite a lot of variance, much more than I thought. 4 cubes, they could have had way more. It's just done laps on the Dragon Guild by comparison. I think, unfortunately, the cards I was drawn, it didn't really work out. I think the big loss really was probably losing out on round 1 to the AI. I definitely should have been beaten at round 1. You need to get the points early. And then it landing on the 6 VP... yeah, just unfortunate. Just unfortunate. Yeah, I think I should have really put out a few more cards here at the bottom early on. I kind of struggled with cave cards in particular. And to be honest, that's what a lot of the objectives actually were for. Overall, great solo experience. I love the game. I think it's a step up from Wingspan. Not that I'm going to replace Wingspan. I think it's still got a place on my shelf, but loving the art, loving the actions, loving the AI. Really, really, really great. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching. I tried to make it as short and sweet as possible, just to give you an overall, feel for what the solo play for Wyrmspan is. I would almost play this again right now. Love it. I will say that unlike Wingspan, each kind of row is way, way, way more varied. And instead of a linear, I'm going to get eggs in this row and maybe a bit of food, the connections that it gains are all over. So like even this little engine I had with the green ghost and the ancient one, I don't think I utilized that as much as I should have. But for it to give me 2 benefits, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. If I had have got a dragon that would just replenish the cards, we would have been in action here, and I don't think I would have lost to the AI for, what was it? A total of 7 points in the difference. So yeah, really, really great experience. Hope you guys enjoyed.